Se supone que parece que hay tarjetas que tengo que buscar sobre el escenario, ¿eh? Me parece. Pongamos que me la planteo. ¿Qué aptitud tienes exactamente? Ah, completa 3 pruebas. El ambiente de este bar ya no es lo que era. Ya pero me gusta, pero tengo que ajustarme a la nueva clientela. Todo cambia, Weebruch. Menos las cucarachas. Echo de menos tu humor y tu poca tolerancia al alcohol. Ey. Los nuevos jefes piratas parecen unos cretinos. ¿Por qué los dejas entrar en el bar? Me han espantado la clientela habitual, así que no tengo muchas alternativas si quiero mantener el negocio. Además, si intento echarlo, seguro que me hacen pedazos y me echan a la sopa. Sinceramente me dan pavor. Lo bueno es que tienen más dinero y mejor higiene que los otros. Ah, bueno, pero aquí hay gusano encima de la mesa. Creo que oigo al inspector de sanidad. ¿Cómo? ¿Dónde? Era broma, ja, nunca falla. Te he dicho que voy a buscar el secreto de Monkey Island. No, no me has dicho, qué emoción. ¿Vas a alquilar un barco en los muelles? Creo que voy a robar uno. Que yo sepa, el único barco que hay es el de LeChuck. Mucho mejor, 2 pájaros de un tiro. Qué valiente, me gusta cómo piensas. Sigue con lo tuyo. Gracias, eso haré.
Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Will do.
Ahí sí.
Well, it's
Es una
definitely a
fregona,
mop.
desde luego.
Will you advance me the down
¿Te habías
payment on a
entrado
ship
en un
if I
barco
help
si
you
ayudo a
clean up?
limpiar?
Put that down before you hurt
Antes de que te haga
yourself.
daño.
What?
Clearly, there's a
Está
lot
claro
you
que no
don't
sabes
know
casi nada
about
sobre
mops.
fregonas.
Honestly, I think
La
I
verdad es que
prefer to keep it
no
that way.
saberlo.
Active little guys, aren't they? Looks like a mugshot.
Parece un
Looks like a
retrato
mugshot.
policial.
The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk.
¿Cómo era el botón para...? Ahí está.
It's amazing what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. Then you have a pack of pests or garnishes.
A good cook sources local supplies when he can.
Ugh, I remember that
¿Recuerdas esa
stench as if it
referencia
were
como si fuera
yesterday.
ayer? Mira el pájaro de oro.
The plaque
de
says, in memory of
La placa
looming
pone memoria de
seagulls
las
of old.
vidas de talares remotos.
I think someone tried to secure a boat with this.
¿Un cordel? Nunca viene mal un cordel, ¿ah? Esa es la barra de la reserva, ¿no?
It's hopeless.
Desenredar no hay forma. Shoot. Se supone que la misma isla de antes, pero después tienes que viajar entre islas, me imagino. Por lo que sé. ¿Cuál no aparece en el fondo del mar? Un geyser, un cangrejo. ¿Cuál no aparece en el fondo del mar? ¿Un geyser? ¿Una escafandra vieja? No sé.
How clever.
Qué ingenioso. Fuerzas de trabajo.
Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a
Impresiones,
vote.
yo soy la primera oficial.
You look like a guy
Ese es un
without
tipo
many
con pocas
options.
opciones.
You
¿Quiere un
want a
trabajo?
job?
Nos falta un
Short of
prometillo.
swabby. LeChuck's an
LeChuck
equal
apoya la
opportunity
igualdad de
employer.
oportunidades.
Even
Tolera casi todos los
humans are
humanos.
mostly tolerated.
¿Le decimos?
Absolutely.
Claro,
I'd love
me
to be a
encantaría ser
swab.
grumetillo.
Swabbing is one of my
Serás
favorite
una
things
de
in the
mis
whole world.
cosas favoritas
The
en este
restful,
mundo.
mindless
Para la gente
repetition,
mecánica
the delicate
repetitiva, el
scent of
suave
old
aroma de la
soapy
aguja
water,
japonesa, la-
the proud
Ok.
satisfaction of a sparkling plank.
Okay,
Vale, guárdate
okay.
las ganas para la
Save
cubierta.
the strokes for the decks. The only
El
requirement
único
is that you
requisito es
bring
traer
your
tu
own
propia
mop.
fregona.
If you've got a mop,
Si tienes una
job is...
fregona, el trabajo
Hey,
es... Espera
hey,
un
wait a
momento.
minute. What's your name,
¿Cómo te llamas,
sailor?
marinero? ¿Qué le digo?
Smith.
Smith.
John Smith.
Uh-huh. LeChuck gave me a
Y yo- y una lista
blacklist
negra y sales
and
tú.
you're on it. In fact, you
Yo-
are
tú
the
eres toda la lista
blacklist. I'm sorry. Can't
Lo siento,
hire
no
you.
puedo contratarte.
You're
Está claro que
obviously
eres Google Brush,
Guybrush
Cerebro Igual.
Threepwood.
Well,
Vaya,
that's a
un
slight
loco contra
hitch.
tiempo.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you
Me
were
he
gonna
perdido.
get
¿No
your
ibas a
own
conseguir
ship?
un barco por tu
Yes,
cuenta?
but
Sí,
then
pero entonces
suddenly I
pensé
thought,
que para qué
why
molestarse.
bother? I wanted a ship and a crew.
Quería un
Here was
barco
a
y una
ship and a crew.
tripulación, y ahí los tenía,
Ripe
en
for the
bandeja.
taking. All I had to do
Solo tenía
was
que
get
subir a
on
bordo,
board,
esperar el
wait
momento
for the right
oportuno y
moment,
atacar.
and strike.
Strike?
Atacar.
Mutiny the crew,
Amutinar a la
seize the ship.
tripulación y hacerlo
Be
un
a
barco, ser un
pirate.
pirata.
Except they
Pero no
wouldn't
estaban
hire you
dispuestos a
because
contratarte
they knew
porque
who
sabían
you
quién
were.
eras.
Yeah, that was a
Sí, eso era un
problem.
problema.
Also,
Además,
I needed a
necesitaba una
mop.
fregona.
I hope this isn't one of those party cruises. Say what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he does know how to stock a ship. No parking of demonic, ghostly, or undead vessels or scooters. Tuesdays 3 to 4. Looks like this is going to be a long journey.
Why was Wally in such a
¿Dónde iba
hurry?
Wally con tanta prisa?
Wouldn't
Ni
sell
siquiera
us
capaz de
out to
vendernos a Madison,
Madison.
¿verdad?
Would he?
I
Creo
believe
que
he
necesitaba
needed
quitarse
to
la presión de
relieve
otra
the
manera.
pressure upon him in a different way.
Ok.
Hi, Cobb.
Hola, Cobb.
Hard to believe after
¿Puedes
all
creer que
these
después de
years
tantos
you're
años
still
sigas aquí?
here.
I was declared a
declarado figura
historical
histórica.
landmark.
Tell me about
Cuéntame
Loom.
algo sobre Loom.
Oh, I'm
Estoy harto
so
que los
sick
piratas me
of
pregunten
pirates
por
asking
Loom.
me about Loom. Get lost.
Piérdete.
Then why don't you
¿Y por
take
qué no te
off
quitas
the
la
asking
llave
me
de
about Loom
pregúntame
button?
por Loom?
My grog-riddled body is
tanto grog
fused
me-
with
me ha-
it.
se me ha
I'm
fundido
more
a
button
tanto
than
sin
man
sabe qué
at
hombre.
this point.
Oh, come
Va,
on.
cuéntame algo sobre
Tell me
Loom por
about
viejos
Loom.
tiempos.
For old time's sake.
Beat it.
Que te largues.
Say it.
Dilo.
No.
Say it.
Está
Fine.
bien.
You mean the
el
latest
último momento de cuento de
masterpiece of
fantasía de
fantasy
Martin
storytelling
de
from
Lucasfilm?
Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's
es
an
una aventura extraordinaria
extraordinary
relacionada con
adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning,
Progresante pasaje
high
entre
resolution,
alta resolución,
3D
sofisticado efecto
landscapes,
musical y sonoro.
sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to
Lo que
mention
más, la
the
animación
detailed
detallada,
animation and
efectos
special
especiales,
effects,
elegancia, control,
elegant
time,
point and click
de
control of
personajes,
characters,
objetos y
objects,
hechizos mágicos.
and magic spells. Beat the rush.
Elegantes que los
Go
demás.
out and
Compra
buy
Loom hoy
Loom
mismo.
today.
Yes.
Toma ya.
Now get lost.
Ahora piérdete.
Yeah, the place
Este
does
sitio no
seem
se parece
different from
a
what I
como yo lo
remember.
recuerdo.
It's this
por
new,
las leyes más
younger
jóvenes de la
generation
serie
of
jefe
pirate
piratas.
leaders. Oh, they're
Con su
highfalutin
rememorante
dark
magia negra.
magic. Look at us.
Mirad,
We're so
somos
much
mucho
better
mejores
than
que
you
nosotros
because we
porque
don't
lo
bring
debemos
grog
antes
before
del
getting
matrimonio.
married. These kids
Esta
today
juventud
are
de
all
hoy en
about
día solo
sacking
quiere
and
saquear y
pillaging.
raspiñar. No tienen
They've got
corazón.
no heart.
I'm gonna find
Voy
the
en busca
secret
del
of Monkey
secreto de
Island.
Monkey
Wanna
Island. ¿Te
come?
vienes?
I heard the secret
Me dio un
is
escrito
just
no es
some
más que un
marketing
reclamo
gimmick
publicitario de
Stan thought
Steam.
up. That only the
Los
gullible
usuarios
and
del uso
naive would
ingenuos
go
irán
looking for it.
en su busca.
Nice talking to you.
Ha sido un placer.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely a mop. Well, it's definitely a mop.
I said not to touch that. You don't use someone else's mop.
Why not?
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or
Tan
random as a
abyecta
dish
como un
rag.
estropajo.
An elegant
Una herramienta
tool
noble para
for
la limpieza
more
más
civilized
civilizada.
cleaning. You cannot
Nunca
hope to
triunfarás con la
succeed
fregona de
with
otro.
the mop of another.
I can't?
¿No?
You must
Tienes que
construct
fabricar la
your
teta tuya,
own.
un utensilio perfecto
A
que te
single,
servirás y usarás toda la
perfect
vida.
instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it
Esperemos
doesn't
que no me
come to
haga
that.
tanta falta.
Once you build
Una vez
it,
que te
the
fabriques una
mop will
fregona será tu
become your
compañera fiel, tu
constant
herramienta.
companion, your tool, and a ready means
medio de
of
defensa
defense
contra cualquier suciedad.
against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
Fabricarla.
The wood
La
is
madera
the
es el
heart
corazón del
of
palo.
the
El
handle.
corazón es el palo de
The
los
heart
cocineros.
is the handle of the cook. You are
Soy solo
one.
uno.
Not helpful
Nada de
so
eso me
far.
ayuda.
You must find a
Debemos encontrar
particular
árbol,
tree,
uno especialmente adecuado para
a
hacer
tree
palos de
uniquely
fregona.
suited to the handles of mops. Carve your
Vaya tu palo a
handle
partir de
from
una
a
rama de ese
limb of
árbol.
that tree. Any questions?
¿Alguna pregunta?
What about the head of
¿Qué es
the
la
mop?
cabeza de la
Oh, you
fregona?
have to
Ah,
have
necesitas
one,
una,
of
sí, pero vale
course,
casi
but
cualquier
pretty much
cosa.
anything will
El palo es lo
do.
que cuenta.
It's mostly about the handle.
What kind of
¿De
wood
qué
is the
madera es
tree?
el árbol?
That is
Eso es algo
something
que
you
debes
must
descubrir por ti mismo.
discover for yourself.
¿En serio?
How do I find the
¿Cómo
mop
encuentro el árbol de
handle?
los palos de
I
palo de fregona?
can't tell
No
you
puedo decirte
exactly
dónde
where
está
it
porque
is
es una búsqueda
because
personal.
this is your own personal journey.
Are you sure I can't
¿Seguro
just
no puedo
buy
comprar
a
una
mop?
fregona?
Yours, for
¿La tuya, por
example.
ejemplo?
No, you've
No,
got to
tienes que
make
fijarte una,
one.
hazme caso.
Trust me on this.
Okay,
Vale, pues lo haré.
guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong
Ah,
title.
chingamos la historia, debería
It
ser
should
en
be
busca de
called
la fregona.
Mop Quest. When do we get to
¿Cuál
the
digamos la
pirating
acción pirata?
parts?
Well, even the coolest
Hasta las
professions
profesionales
involve
vaya,
more mopping
hay
up
que
than you would
fregar, hay
think.
que fregar
It
más.
seemed
A mí
crazy to
también
me
me
at the
parece una
time
locura,
too,
pero no
but
olvides que
don't
todo esto
forget,
era
it
para
was
subir a un
all so I
barco,
could board a ship,
tomar el
take
mando y navegar a
command, and
Monkey
sail to
Island.
Monkey Island. But first,
Pero antes
I
tenía
had
que
to
hacer
make a
una
mop.
fregona. Ok. Buscar el árbol de palos de fregona. En serio, me cago en mi puta vida, weón.
Elaine?
Elaine.
Guybrush!
Guybrush.
Wait, are you
Espera,
going to
ahora hay una
tell
parte
a mushy
pastelosa.
part now?
A little,
Sí, pero
but
puedes saltármelo
I could
ahora
skip
si lo
over the
beso.
hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
Recuerden cuánto
Remind
tiempo
me how
llevamos
long we've
casados.
been married.
Well, it still feels like the
Todavía parece como si
first
fuera el
day
primer día.
somehow.
How's your scurvy
¿Cómo te
prevention project?
iniciativa para prevenir el escorbuto? Estupendamente.
We're going to get a
Vamos a
lot of
dar mucha
lives
lima,
dropped
muchos
to the
marineros,
sailors
salvar
and
muchas
saved
vidas.
a lot of lives. I've got to come up
Pero
with
tengo que
a way
averiguar
to
cómo
deal with
hablar con la
Captain
capitana
Madison.
Madison.
So the pressure
La presión que ejerce sobre el pueblo de dificulta los programas sociales como el mío.
programs like mine.
You won't
No te vas
believe
a
how
creer
I'm
cómo
getting
voy
to
a
marry.
ir a Monkey
I've
Island.
known
Nos
you
conocemos desde
long
hace tiempo, a ver.
Try me.
I'm planning to
Mi
sign
plan
on
es
to
estar en la
LeChuck
tripulación
crew,
del LeChuck
mutiny them,
a
and dish it.
Oh dear.
Ay madre, no hay una vía más
Isn't
fácil.
there an easier way?
Oh, trust
Créeme,
me,
esa es la vía
that
fácil.
is the easy way.
Ve que los
Sounds
demos
like we
conocí a la
both met
capitana
Captain
Madison.
Madison.
I don't like
No la
her.
trago, ella fue la que
She's the one
presionó
who
para que
pushed
cerraran
to
el
shut down
astillero.
the shipyard.
She doesn't
No, pero
understand the
los secretos
value
de
of the
Monkey
secret of
Island.
Monkey Island.
She
Se
laughed
rió de
at
mí
me.
Me too.
y de mí.
Obviously,
Y es
the woman
obvio
has
que la
no
mujer tiene
taste
mal
and a
gusto y poco
lousy
sentido de
sense
humor.
of humor.
I feel
Me siento
better
mucho
just
mejor solo,
talking
solo
to
por
you.
hablar contigo.
too.
Y yo.
You
Seguro que
probably
tienes que
gotta
irte
get
ya.
going.
You say goodbye first.
Despide tú primero.
No,
tú
you
primero.
say bye first.
No, you say bye first.
No, you say bye first.
No, you say bye
¿Qué es
first.
esta mierda, weón?
No, you say bye first.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Honoring Melee Island's 27th governor, Carlo the Swordmaster. Frankly, we were afraid not to. The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of... It doesn't look finished. It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. Elaine would kill me if she caught me pulling down her flyers. Ah, the International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
Es toda una oferta.
Welcome, Guybrush
Bienvenido,
Threepwood.
Woodward.
Nice to see you
Quería
again.
verte por aquí.
I
Te
have
estaba
been
esperando.
waiting for you.
You mean...
Quieres decir,
Fate
el
ordained
destino
that
secretario
you
vendría
would
hace
be
hace
here
unos
several
minutos.
minutes ago. Only
Pero tú eres
you
capaz de
can
llegar
manage
tarde
to be
pesado de
late,
signos del
even when you
destino.
are fated to arrive.
It's a
Es
gift.
un don.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride,
Orgullo, libre
free
albedrío, casi nada.
will. Not much. The way to the secret
Que buenas
is like a
secretos como una
serpent
serpiente que se
which
muerde la cola. Tiene
swallows
muchos
itself.
obstáculos.
Many obstacles lie ahead.
Serpent,
Serpiente,
obstacles,
obstáculo,
got it.
entendido.
You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going
Ahora
back
vuelvo a
again.
ver.
When you are
Cuando
unsure
tengas dudas
of the
para
way
avanzar, este libro te
forward,
guiará sobre lo que está por
open
llegar.
this book for guidance on what is to come.
It
Como un libro
can
de
tell me my
pistas.
future?
Pero es
In a
futuro, en
way,
cierto modo. Considera un libro de
Think
pistas.
of it
Ah.
as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints. Use it
Usa sabiamente.
wisely.
Saber demasiado mengua
To
la
know
travesía.
too much diminishes the voyage.
Neat. Thanks.
No charge.
This is a neat symbol. What does it mean?
That used to contain magical disguises. But alas, they have all gone.
Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities.
An empty basket. I should have gotten here last month. Do you do gift wrapping?
We're out of wrapping.
Too bad it's empty. It's a creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. I didn't know these were a voodoo thing.
They're not. But the tourists like them.
What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog. When no apology will do, give the forgiveness frog. It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
I've never heard of that before. Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works. Trust me.
Pointy.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife. Very sharp indeed.
I'll take this forgiveness frog.
It can help someone forgive even very old transgressions.
Oh, I'd like this knife.
An excellent choice. I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Threatening, frightening, stabbing, shaving, or manicuring yourself or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
Oh, okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty. Whittling, scrimshaw, mumbledy-peg, juggling, and any tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons.
Uh-huh.
Use with breads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should not be used. Product is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt, hatband, handbag, shoulder holster, or sheath. At all times, keep the product away from children, pets, the aged or infirm, clowns, pirates, and adults. Where possible, it should be locked securely in a vault. The manufacturer accepts no responsibility for the consequences of any use or misuse of this product. By verbally assenting to these terms, purchaser hereby assumes all liability, past, present, and future, throughout this and all possible and impossible universes.
Oh, is this where I say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
What's cooking?
The Feast of Knowledge.
It's an unusual safe with 5 keyholes.
Alas, the safe is not for sale. It has been placed.
I'd need a lot of keys to open that. Green, half off. Blue, half the curtains are for sale too?
Everything goes.
Someone's very excited I'm looking at this sign. A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. Everything's spilled out of it in a puddle. Not for me. Looks like it's been there forever. Keep up the good work, buddy. Not very practical. It's a creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. I'll take this disgusting shrunken head.
That's my last one. Quite the bargain.
Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities.
Not very practical. It says everything must go, but it says it with numbers.
All my merchandise is top shelf.
Can't you at least wait until I say what I'm thinking? It's creepy. I've always been impressed by your chair.
Thank you.
Your sign says you're going out of business. Or is this one of those not really going out of business sales?
There is a new dark magic on the rise in the Caribbean. It has many adherents, particularly among the young. There is little demand for my talents or my wares. Business is terrible, and there are other factors. Captain Madison desires this location. That it belongs to me will be of little help against her financial and political powers.
Whoa, back up. Dark magic, you said?
I did.
How does dark magic work?
Runes, chemicals, the power of secrets. I am no expert. It's too sterile for my tastes. I like things messy and theatrical.
Is dark magic powerful?
Powerful, yes, it can be. But dangerous. If the badger chews his own tail, soon there is no more badger.
You like that metaphor a lot, don't you?
It has many uses.
Can dark magic get me to Monkey Island?
No.
Nuts. Where can I get my hands on some dark magic?
Dark magic is not your path, Guybrush Threepwood.
Do you know more about this John Laney guy with the eye patch?
Captain John Laney was renowned as the pirate of 1,000 faces. It was said that he could fool his best friend with nothing more than an eye patch. That legend is true, but only because the eye patch he used was filled with much voodoo magic. The eye patch still exists. It is on display at the Museum of Pirate Lore here on Melee Island. If an enterprising person such as yourself were to liberate it and bring it here, I could most likely get it working again.
Got it. Thanks. Can you use your talents to tell me how Elaine is right now?
She is always close, no matter the distance.
Do your answers ever make sense?
There are no answers, only questions that are finished.
Are you able to see what LeChuck is up to?
Your goals and the goals of LeChuck are aligned, as always. But his intentions are darker. He would use the secret to do terrible things.
Darker? What's that supposed to mean?
LeChuck must not acquire the secret.
No argument there. Is this the year when you finally tell me your name? It's become almost a running gag between us. But it's awkward, like when your glass is empty but you keep trying to drink out of it over and over.
It is Corina.
Oh, okay. Karina. Nice. Somehow it was more exciting before I knew that.
That is true of many things.
Got any other mystical advice or information for me? Stock tips or something?
No.
They're having a half-off sale. Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. What kind of person would just paint on a wall like that? Elaine would never have stood for this when she was governor. This place has kind of gone downhill. Looks like Wally's got a new place in Melee. I hope he's not still sore about the monocle. Hey, Wally!
Well, 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 look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
You wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island.
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence. Best of luck to you.
I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
You have a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all. Haha, a little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was. Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me? I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
The town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melee her base of operations, people have been complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Do what's right?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
Bye. They're like glasses, only way less convenient. I appreciate that Wally hasn't traded it in for a new mop. I didn't know you made globes too.
I don't. This is for reference. It's got all the latest continents.
Hey, Wally. Bye. Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind. This map shows both sides of the globe.
It's twice the value.
Whew, looks chilly up there. It's a long, small map of somewhere far, far away. What's this a map of?
The secret movements and activities of my competitors.
That sounds reasonable. This must be Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island. It's a map on a fan. What'll they think of next? I had a map like this once, but I sailed left. It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't know you could do that. The first rule of piracy is never buy a used treasure map. Hey, Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby. Hey, Wally, what's in these boxes?
Maps.
Ooh, this one looks nice. How much is it?
Oh, that one? Too much.
Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes. It looks expensive. And shiny. I like shiny. Somewhat understated and somewhat overpriced. I try to steer clear of sea monsters myself. Never seen one of those before. Hey, Wally. Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree.
Just bring me a sliver of the wood needed to make a mop.
Bye. Ooh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks. Better to have one for each eye.
If you say so.
LeChuck, sir. Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done! Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed! Wait! Let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Shouldn't we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Very well.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. The note says, forced to looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball. Aye.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay. Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door. Things are not what they seem. All keys are gold. It's the way of keys. No one ever works together. All want their own prize. When they get close to finding it, suddenly they are gone.
I think it's a chandelier. Looks sort of like an eye. It seems to be stuck closed. Employees only.
A visitor! Wait. Guybrush Threepwood? Ha-ha!
Otis!
Howdy, kid.
And Stan. Otis, old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at all. I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow. New art style?
How nice of you to notice. Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic! You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore, but maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Yeah, I'm sort of planning on hijacking an existing crew instead of recruiting one. But maybe I can spring you anyway, for old time's sake.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors?
Imagine that. What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance. Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone, while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
I notice you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing. I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Picking flowers from the governor's garden sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends. Sort of. Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone bothers me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
We'll accept the flowers.
They're annuals. They're doomed anyway. Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here. It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
I don't remember this place being so leaky.
They finally installed running water.
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
How's your day going?
Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here.
I'll make it my number 3 priority. It says jail rules. 1. No escaping. Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away. Hey, Stan!
Hello there, son.
Oh, sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Okay, don't worry about it. I've already got a plan to steal a ship from LeChuck.
Well, if you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for anything that can stay above the waterline.
Buena, Jano, viejo,
Naturally,
¿cómo estáis?
it'll have to be stored
Puta, weón,
credit
un gusto,
until I
pero
get back on
me
my
tengo que
feet.
trabajar ahora a las 10, weón. Se estoy terminando casi de jugar. Y vuelvo como a la 1, a las 2 de la mañana. Sí, weón.
What did you do that got you
Sí,
arrested?
iba a jugar
Let
LOLcito,
me tell
pero
you
como
something,
tengo un
son.
rato más, me
It's
puse a jugar
not what a
estos jueguitos.
man does that matters. It's who he is.
Sí, pues si no mañana,
Maybe
tranquilo.
one day, in a
Que le
moment
vaya
of
bien.
weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People. People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son, as natural as the rocks and the trees and the Malay Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
Didn't you used to have a law practice or something?
Used to, but I was disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less. It's one of those handy catch-all words that you can use whatever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Estoy aquí a dormir. Aquí estaba bostezando, weón.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest, I completely forgot to grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Sure thing. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice. See you later.
Yep.
At least this jail has 2 lamps.
Yeah, we are living the life.
You look like you're happy.
Eeh, a spider. At least the jail is well lit.
Yeah, but the better I can see it, the worse it looks.
Hi there, newcomer.
Hiya. Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
What is that? It's definitely not a key. Or a lock.
It's a fishing lure, of course.
Of course. How much for the fishing lure?
It's not for sale. This is a locksmith shop. Perhaps you saw the sign outside?
Is that from a famous locksmith band or something?
My mother's band, the Golden Keys. They were named after some actual golden keys that she spent a bunch of time looking for.
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
What's this lock?
That's for hats.
What's this key?
That's for a lockable quiver.
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
Are these for customers?
Not technically, but please, help yourself. That charming old guy who mans the lookout keeps bringing them for the parrot.
Thanks. I'll just take a few.
Se le llevó todo.
That's an impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Lock Smith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask, yes they did, yes it was, and they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary. Just information.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
But she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key. One that opens all locks at once.
That seems enormously useful.
Maybe. Depends on if you can close them again.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
Hello again. Tell me again about how to have keys made. It's exciting.
You bring me the serial number from the lock. I make the key. It's pretty straightforward.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
These are nice.
Thanks.
Hey, Guybrush!
Hey, kid!
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read. Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away.
You can find a golden key, but you cannot own it.
It seems to be stuck closed. It seems to be stuck closed. I've got enough to last me. It's a creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. It makes things look bigger. It makes things look bigger. Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir.
Waiter, I can't understand why this is taking so long. Just bring me what the governor served me last week.
Of course, sir. Sorry for the delay.
Waiter, I can't understand why this is taking so long. Just bring me what the governor served me last week.
Of course, sir. Sorry for the delay. Well, it's definitely a mop.
Stay away from my mop!
Oh, you look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
Oh, where did he say he had the dish he wants you to make?
At the governor's mansion. It's probably some exotic, weird-tasting thing from a swanky cookbook.
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
Oh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
I'll see what I can find out.
Thanks. Stay away from that picture.
Looks like it's been there forever. Not for me. I'm not gonna touch it. A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. The curtains are for sale too?
Everything goes. They'd make...
Not very practical. It says everything must go.
All my merchandise is top shelf.
Can't you at least wait until I say what I'm thinking? It's creepy. Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities.
Too bad it's empty. Keep up the good work, buddy. An empty basket. Next time I'm in a drum circle, this would come in handy. Hey, Wally. Bye. I've got enough to last me.
Stay away from my mop.
Hi again. Oh, those new pirate leaders are real jerks. They laughed at me, and they won't fund my expedition. Why didn't you warn me?
Would you have listened?
Of course. Okay, no, probably not. Carla.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed-up hack.
Anything but your cooking.
Low-hanging fruit, but it works.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
You should never have given up being Swordmaster.
Who says I did?
Oh, sorry, I just assumed. Governor seems like a full-time job.
It is. But there's room for overlap if you're creative about it. I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
Elaine can handle it. She doesn't need me.
I don't doubt that. But it isn't about what she does or doesn't need. If it isn't about the scurvy project, why are you here?
Well, I've come for a recipe. A dish you served at a recent function. It's been described as hot and having ingredients in it. Ring any bells?
Barbie LaFleur catered that event. I own her cookbook, but I don't know any of the recipes.
Do you know where I can find Barbie LaFleur?
Middle of the Atlantic Ocean? She's halfway back to France by now.
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
Elaine says Captain Madison is hurting her scurvy project.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I should let you get back to governing.
Yes, you should.